Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I have two new Johnnie Walker bottlings on my cask. And I think I've already mentioned them in the Whisky.com news. And I've got the Highlands Origin and the Islay Origin. Today I'm going to talk about the Highlands Origin. The Islay Origins is going to follow in a few days. And yes, so the Highlands. What is the Highlands? We had a nice video about the Highlands, a live tasting with a lot of bottlings from there. The Highlands are a region in the north of Scotland, the north mainland of Scotland. So the islands kind of don't belong to that because they are kind of the islands. That's what we think. Some people do count them as the Highlands. If you look back in history, there were a lot of distinctions for Highlands because the Highlands were considered not taxable because it's so, not reachable. The islands were reachable, so they were taxable. Everything that wasn't taxable, there was a ban on distilling for whiskey, which had pretty much no effect, and everybody did illicit distilling of whiskey. And here's a bit of a description on the bottle. There was a Highland line. So the line is always the coastline of the mainland, and at the very south, the Highlands are distinguished from the Lowlands. And they don't really say where the line is drawn because there is a lot of dispute and a lot of things going on. And the famous Highland line between the Highlands and the Lowlands whiskey region was drawn in 1786. That was drawn once, so there were other times when the Highland line was drawn as well, to try to stop bootleg whiskey from being distilled in the north. The Crown tried to have them not distill stuff there, but they failed. And in 1823, 4, something like that, it was then illegal, and that's when all the distillery licenses were applied for and given out. The Johnnie Walker Black Label Origin series Highlands Origin was made by Jim Beveridge. It's written down here. This is the master blender for the Johnnie Walker brand, and he's the master blender for many distilleries within the company. And they say they have their lead malts in this whiskey is the Clynelish distillery and the Teaninich distillery. Unfortunately, I've never been to Clynelish or Teaninich. I've driven past them for sure, but I've never been into these distilleries. But I have actually met Jim Beveridge and had a few Johnnie Walker with him, and there is a Johnnie Walker video on the label. There's a Johnnie Walker archive, and I've talked to him at the Cragganmore distillery, which is an important part of the Johnnie Walker blend. Jim Beveridge, very interesting man. He doesn't drive a car, which is interesting for for someone who has a lot of Highlands distilleries to visit and taste stuff from. But he takes a train, and from the train he takes a taxi, and it works for him. And I've talked to him, and he said the train is beautiful towards the Highlands from, I think he's situated somewhere around Edinburgh with the company. And it's beautiful. The train to the Highlands is beautiful. I've actually never tried, but because I always have video equipment, and taking huge heavy video equipment with you on the train is a bit of a hustle. So let's get back to the whiskey. It's very fresh, very fruity. A lot of fresh fruits like apple or citrus fruits. Spicy notes. A little bit of a spicy note, like a little bit of a ginger note. So fresh ginger, fresh cut ginger. It's actually not my favorite fresh cut ginger. I don't like it that much, but in here it's subtle enough to be good. A little bit of a bittersweet note like orange peel. Oh, no, orange peel and orange juice. So a juicy orange with peel. Easy taste, pretty sweet, mild, little smokiness in there, a little bit more than I expected from Johnnie Walker, because Johnnie Walker always has a little smoky touch to it. Here is a bit more than usual for my feel, from what I remember from other bottlings like the Black Label. What I forgot to mention, it's an age statement whiskey with 12 years and 42% ABV. I've actually never seen a whiskey with 42. Usually they go for 43, 40, or some odd number that just randomly occurs mixing with whiskey. It's a entry-level pricing around 30 euros. That would be like something like $33 or $35, something around there. And yeah, it tastes quite nice and has a distinct, mild, nicely matured Highland touch to it. So yeah, it's nice. A little bit smoky. It's a beautiful blended malt, Scotch malt whiskey to be enjoyed. So yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.